Hey everybody, Frank Chen here with REIClub.com and the site you'll need as a real estate investor. Today, I got a quick video for you. It's going to help you determine whether or not it's time to fire your real estate agent. Now, like in all my videos, everything I talk about, I do include it in the description below. Simply click show more and you can follow right along. So I've organized this into 7 sure signs of when you should consider firing your agent. Okay, now understand you don't need all 7 of these in order to make this decision. Just 1, 2, or maybe even 3 of these things will be enough. So the first thing is they are lazy. I've come across many agents who will just set you up with the MLS to get automatic listings, but they never follow up. They don't ask you if you're happy with the search criteria or if there are any properties you would like to see. A good agent's going to follow up with you every few days, maybe 3 to 4 days, just to make sure that they're helping you to the best of their ability. Okay. Some agents are going to be like, they're going to send you to properties by yourself just to look at the outside. If it's of interest to you, they'll show up and show you the inside. Versus a good agent will be like, hey, I'm at this property right now. Can you meet me here in 10 minutes? I'm sure this is going to move quickly. You got to meet me here. So you can see the difference there, okay? The next thing is they doesn't market your property to there correctly. So maybe they don't do any staging or maybe they don't make any extra efforts. Good agents will join as many free websites out there to get as many leads as possible. So when they put a property up for you, they're going to get a lot of eyes on it, okay? Now a bad agent is going to just sit there, be happy with the MLS and just wait on the MLS. Okay, that's no good. Okay, just take my word for it. 2, they don't ask you the right questions. A good agent is going to interview you and understand whether or not this is going to be a good relationship for both of y'all. Because some agents will know, like, okay, this guy's more experienced. I probably won't be able to help him, or I have exactly what it is, or I know exact area that's going to fit his search criteria. Okay, so good agents are going to interview you. Bad ones are just going to be like, hey, here's some hot areas. I think you're going to like them before they even know what you want. Third is they are inexperienced for your investment level, okay? If you are an experienced investor, you may or may not want to work with a new agent, okay? You may want to because if they're really, really hungry, they may take a cut in their commission just to get your business. Now, if they're, new and they have no idea what's going on in the market, then you're going to be spending a lot more of your time teaching them the business and teaching them the market rather than helping you. So that's not going to be a good use of your time. Also, the more inexperienced they are, the less they're going to be able to negotiate better deals for you with the buyer and the seller side. So, less experience, less negotiation time. So that's something to consider as well, okay? Experienced agents are also gonna know the market better. So once you give them a criteria and they have an idea of what you want, they're gonna be able to put out specific neighborhoods, specific zip codes. They're gonna have the ins with the right builders. So that's kind of the major benefits that you get with an agent, all of their connections, okay? 4 is they pressure you and they make you feel bad. If you're out there, raise your hand. I know many of us out there have dealt with that. They always do this during negotiations, right? I had one agent who was like, Frank, if you just throw an extra $2,000, you're gonna get this deal, but it went over my bottom line. And I literally had to be like, I'm sorry, is this your $2,000? No, and I think to many of us out there, $2,000 is quite a bit of money. So don't let them just convince you or push you into saying things like that and making you make a decision that you weren't originally planning on, okay? So their goal is to get the deal done regardless of how comfortable you are, and to me, that's a big problem, okay? Or they have sarcasm in their voice. I stop this immediately, I'm polite about it, but I make a mental note and it's like, you know what, that's 1 strike for you, okay? So they may say things like, oh, it's your loss, or watch, this property's gonna get picked up quickly and sold, and you're not gonna make that you're not gonna make that profit, man. But the reality is they're pushing their own agenda. They're missing out on that $3,000, $4,000 commission because, whatever happens after the deal closes, they don't care, they don't care. So I'm not saying this with all agents, okay? But once they get the commission, most agents are just happy with that. What happens afterwards is your job as the investor to take care of. So, next thing is 5, putting their interest before yours, okay? Pushing their agenda. Once again, when you're about to close on a deal or about to make an offer, they're gonna see that commission in their mind. And when you say, I don't wanna do it anymore, it quickly disappears and it really does affect their mood. It can make them mad. I've dealt with that recently, actually, okay? Also their reputation. They don't wanna see that, they don't wanna appear to other agents that they represent people who are flaky or future business with your buyer and seller. Say they like working with your buyer or they like working with the seller better than working with you, so they're going to be working for their agenda but over yours, and that's also not very good, okay? So these are some things to pay attention to. 6, they don't make time for you or your phone calls, okay? So say some realtors they don't return your phone calls in a timely fashion, it takes them like 48 hours, or they always getting their voicemail. You know what? This is a simple one. If you're always getting their voicemail, they don't call you back, just cut them loose, okay? And the seventh one is they're unethical. Now, this is rare because if they're unethical, they can lose their license, okay? And such thing as sharing information as like, hey, you tell them like, hey, my bottom line is 125. They go off to you're the buyer, they go off to the seller like, hey, you know, if you just counteroffer with this, I think you can get them to agree. This is completely illegal as an agent. They're not allowed to provide that type of information, okay? So, you know, or hey, I have a contract at this price and can you beat it? They can't give you those kind of specifics either. So if they're unethical, for me, just it's poor business practice, so I just go ahead and let them go and find someone else who is, you know, a better match for me. So understand, guys, these are the 7 sure signs it's time to move on to your next agent, okay? Now, next week, I am going to be covering legally terminating your listing agreement, which is a big point when it comes to firing your agent, especially after you signed a listing agreement. So pay attention to that video next week. Now, have you guys ever heard of hire slow and fire fast, okay? Well, now you know. There are hundreds and thousands of agents out there right now in your area. Real estate agents that are willing to go above and beyond to help you achieve your goals. So you should never ever pigeonhole yourself with an agent that you're unhappy with, okay? So keep that in mind. Now again, guys, this is Frank Chen with REIClub.com. Please take the time to leave comments below about what you thought about this video. Click the like button because it really does help us out. But more importantly, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channels so we can keep informed and brand new videos just like this are posted every week. As usual, guys, thank you so much for your time, your continued support. I look forward to talking to you next week. Take care, good investing, and bye-bye.